Welcome back, everybody, to the Pick and Roll live stream here on the Board YouTube channel. And we're back after a winning day yesterday. It was a 2-1 day yesterday, looking to continue to build on what has been a very successful season and a very successful playoffs thus far. Almost 1 unit of profit yesterday, up to 17.5 units of profit since we started this show at the beginning of the season before this one. And we're doubled since the start of this season as well. So things are going well on the show. If you've been tailing the picks and you've been enjoying the content, or you're new to the channel, make sure you do hit that like button. We got 2 free picks on the way for you guys today. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel so you're up to date on all the playoff content we have coming your way throughout the playoffs and beyond. Let's get into the picks that we have for today. It's going to be 2 BetMGM SGPs, one of which is going to be in the Pacers and Knicks game for tomorrow. One of them is going to be in tonight's matchup between the Dallas Mavericks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So let's get into the picks that we have for today, starting with that pick for the Pacers and Knicks game, an entertaining game one, which we'll touch on in just a moment here. But for the second game, we're taking this plus 110 SGP once again at BetMGM. It is going to be Tyrese Haliburton under 18.5 points. He's been kind of struggling. We're hoping to see the same thing for this one here, but we're going to be taking Tyrese Haliburton under 18.5 points, and we're going to be playing Miles Turner, 15 plus points to go with it. The second play that we have here, as I said, is in the Mavericks and Thunder game. It's going to be PJ Washington involved here twice on this minus 120 play, over 9.5 points and over 3.5 rebounds. 1 unit on each of those. Let's flip it over to PipsNBA. Go back to that first play here. Why are you going to be fading Haliburton but playing Miles Turner over for his points?
Haliburton is unable to create anything for himself. Like he scored 6 points while playing 36 minutes. TJ McConnell outplayed him heavily in the first game. He was 2 from 4, so 6 field goal shots up. They are switching on him and putting some pressure on him, and he just can't do anything. Like the 3 he scored, like half of his points came 3 points came after huge miscommunication on defense from the Knicks, and he had wide open 3. That's it for entire game from Tyrese Haliburton. And I can see really how can this now shift for him to score like 19 points next game. Even if they decide like let him shoot, it will be difficult for him to score those points. So yeah, I'm going with it. With him being so limited, all the scoring is left on Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, and TJ McConnell. Turner 23 points. They were switching smaller guys on him. He was finishing over Hart, Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo inside. He was left wide open on 3s with drop coverage from Hartenstein. He had good looks. Yeah, I actually didn't check DraftKings for this one because I didn't see the alternative lines up. So maybe they added it like last couple of minutes for this game. But yeah, this is my plus 124 at DraftKings. So take it there, guys. Sorry if you missed that one. Yeah, Turner had team high 16 field goal attempts. It's the same number as Siakam and McConnell, and that will continue throughout the series. Good looks, scored 23 points. I think if Knicks will play probably the same kind of defense, and if they play the same, I expect Turner to get his shots, and they need to play him big minutes, and when he's playing big minutes, he's crashing this line. So yeah, I like this one for correlated play, because if Haliburton can create for himself, he must create for Siakam and Turner, and Siakam is going against OG Anunoby. Difficult matchup. He scored. I think he scored like every time in the last game again over Anunoby. Not going to happen next game for sure.
All right, so then we have the first play. Plus 110 at MGM is what we had, but must have opened as we were going live here, which is fine if you're watching now. If you still are going to make this bet, go over to DraftKings, see if they have that superior price, plus 124. according to the chat. Let's move to the second play. Reminder, actually, before that, this play is for tomorrow. Just a reminder for you guys, not going to be a show tomorrow. Also won't be one Thursday, but we will be back on Friday for another show here. We're going to try to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but Pips is away tomorrow, so doing the show today, Tuesday instead. Nonetheless, let's get into that second play here. Mavericks and Thunder, -120 SGP at BetMGM. PJ Washington, over 9.5 points and over 3.5 rebounds. Pips, why do you see PJ Washington playing well in this one?
So against the Clippers, 6 games, he covered this in 5. He's just they just need him out there for 35 plus minutes. And against the Thunder, it's specific matchup. He's mostly staying in corner and shooting threes. We had Herb Jones against the Thunder. Now they need to put even more pressure on Doncic and Kyrie Irving. So corners should be open, and PJ will be there. PJ Washington, 2 games against the Thunder with Dallas. First game, he had 14 points in 25 minutes. Second game, he had 6 points, but he shot 1 from 11 in that game. So getting 6 points, 1 from 11, 0 from 7 from threes. Yeah, he is getting good looks. If he should get 10 field goal attempts, and he should cover the quality of the looks will be great. So I think a great series for him. We can look at his rebounding over the last 22 games. When he gets minutes, he overdosed this line in all 22. And Thunders are the best matchup for power forwards, as they allow the most rebounds to power forward in the regular season. And I don't see that changing in the like Dort is playing for them. Like size is questionable. They are willing to give rebounds, and that's it. Chet Holmgren will pull out Gafford or Lively when he's on the court. He should mostly spread out as a shooter, and then power forwards will go outside in rebound. It will be a lot of rebounds for Luka Doncic and PJ Washington. So yeah, I think even against the Clippers in the series, he covered this in every single game. And Thunder are a much better matchup for rebounds. So I expect good series for PJ Washington, big minutes, and he'll get the looks. He'll get a ton of looks with so much pressure on Doncic and Irving, and they won't care. Like they will leave wide open corners whenever they can, and PJ Washington will be there.
Absolutely, something that we've taken advantage of this season as well. The Thunder allowing those corner threes. Hopefully, we get that again today. Moving on to the recap of the previous show's plays. As I said earlier on in the show, it was a winning day. 2-1 on the bets here, up to plus 17.5 units on the season. We're above now where we started the playoffs last season. So we've done really well with Pips' plays here in the playoffs this season to boost our numbers here, and another day to kind of boast that. It was a winner on Jalen Brunson for his over points under assists. No sweat there. It was a winner, on Michael Porter Jr. under and the Timberwolves alt spread. One of the least amount of sweats we've ever had on a bet. But unfortunately, Rudy Gobert's absence kills the Nikola Jokic play to a... Well, actually, the way the game was trending, this may not have hit regardless, but Nikola Jokic, if Gobert was playing, would have been in one-on-one coverage with Gobert. Likely would have been much better with points. But out the gate in this one, the Timberwolves were just sending doubles towards Nikola Jokic. Couldn't get his points. The Nuggets got blown out. It was pretty insane game defensively by the Timberwolves. We'll talk more about that in just a second here. But any words from you, Pips, on the slate overall, the 3 plays overall?
I mean, if I knew the Gobert was out, I would play Jokic other way around. Probably I would play his points high line under and his low line assist over. Yeah. So it completely changed the way this game was.
Couldn't predict Gobert having a kid, you know.
Yeah, that's that's insane.
If only we had predicted that.
Yeah. I mean, he still had some chances. Like he shot 5 from 13, and I expected him to be more aggressive, honestly. Like when he tried to get down there, he got down there. Then he missed it and made a couple of turnovers. And yeah, even in this game, if he played a bit better, he could get to the 25 points.
Yes,
Uh, so yeah, profitable day. Love it. Keep
we
keeping up.
move. We
Yeah,
move.
that's it.
Let's
That's it.
talk
Jalen
about.
Brunson, one of the easiest ones, and Michael Porter Jr. one of the easiest ones. So yeah, taking it.
We're going to move on now to a game two reaction for the Wolves and Nuggets because, wow, one of the biggest home court advantages in the NBA, maybe the biggest home court advantage in the NBA, belongs to the Denver Nuggets, and they lose both games at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yes, the Wolves are going to be going home with a 2-0 series lead after a completely dominant display in game two, blowing out the Denver Nuggets from start to finish. This was one of the most dominant defensive performances I have ever seen in my life. Like, you would not know that this is the reigning champions they played against. You would not know this is the likely MVP Nikola Jokic that they were playing against. What an unbelievable display from everybody involved. Pips, what did the Timberwolves throw at the Nuggets to be so successful and so dominant in game two?
Kind of everything. Get great. Like I had one comment. I'll just try to find it on the comment I made on some Twitter post. Just to They are so big and long, yet quick on their feet and move so fast. Great team cohesion, swarming all over the place like a real team, and that's what happened. They are so big, like their sizes, even without Gobert, like they are such a big team, huge team, but yet everyone is quick on the feet. Like if you look at the Reed and Towns, for their size, they are moving quick. And then you have Jaden McDaniels, like in Nickel Alexander Walker, one of the best wing defenders in the league. Like they are probably top five, and they have two of them on the same team
Yep.
at the same time. One possession they played at the same time. Couple of possessions they played at the same time, and they were swarming everyone. And then you have like Miles Reed, Anthony Edwards, and Kyle Anderson, and Mike Conley to just lead this team on like lead leadership, like insanity. And the thing that they usually when you double team Jokic, you need to allow so many wide open shots because he'll find it. No, they were rotating so well that he couldn't even get good looks for his teammates, even though he was aggressively double teamed. So astonishing, amazing stuff, amazing stuff. Well, my
Yep.
opinion, but from I started watching like heavily basketball like 10 years ago, and I never seen anything like it. First half, especially, was the best defense played ever.
Yeah, I've seen games where, your team's defense has no answer for somebody else's offense, but I've never seen a game like this that I can remember where a team's offense just had no answer for an opposite defense. Like, there was just nothing the Nuggets could throw at the Timberwolves. They called multiple timeouts. Nothing was working at all in this one. It doesn't help. Jamal Murray has struggled in these first two games, 3 of 18 in this one. It's very clear to me that Jamal Murray is hurt. Not sure why. Like, they were getting torched in the first half. Not really sure why they decided to go with 36 minutes of Jamal Murray here. Feels like it would have been better served to get some additional rest to these players because this one was cooked pretty early. Do you see any way back for Denver in this series?
I can't say it. Like you usually can look. Okay, adjust this, adjust this. What can they adjust here? Like Murray won't be healthy tomorrow or on
No.
Friday. Jokic will do his probably, but Jaden McDaniels is still on Michael Porter Jr. and that's not that's terrible matchup for Michael Porter Jr. Then they throw Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels and Nick Alexander Walker on Murray, who is hurt. Gordon is not producing anything. Like last game, he scored 20 points, but his decision making was terrible, and he scored the only way he scored points because Gobert was out. Gobert is back now next game. They are playing at home. Denver away was not good. Like Denver was never good away team, and now they are down two and going to play two away games to the Wolves. The best I can see, they can scrap one, and it's tough. And I don't know how they win. I don't know. Like this Jamal Murray suddenly just becomes like a knockdown shooter. Like Gordon won't be able to score with Gobert back. Michael Porter Jr. is in Jalen McDaniels matchup. He won't be able to score efficiently. Jamal Murray is not healthy. He won't be able to score efficiently against this kind of defense and physicality. How do they win?
Yeah, I think Denver would be pretty. I think Denver would have to be pretty happy for this series to return for a game five. If they can get a win in Minnesota, I think they got to be more than happy. I mean, they shouldn't be more than happy because they need both here, but they in reality should be happy to get one win out of Minnesota at home. Minnesota are a real threat.
And also,
This team's for real.
also interesting fun part. Aaron Gordon shot 3 from 5 from the three, and Justin Holiday shot 4 from 5 from the
Yeah,
three.
and they
So
still
they got that's
still
not
lost by
like these
26.
guys are not making threes away, but for no chance. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they're in
they even
trouble.
like role players, two role players having a big game, still not even close.
Yeah, alarm
I never
bells
seen
certainly
any
going off for the reigning champs. This is a hole.
yeah,
They're absolutely in a hole here.
never seen anything. But I'll be honest, like refs are allowing the most physicality we ever seen probably over the last 15 years for
It's
sure.
good. The basketball's been
Yeah,
great in the playoffs.
yeah. And if we have the last season physicality allowed, this could be still a series. But if they continue allow this physicality, it's difficult to play against Wolves. Any team, even the Celtics, will have huge problems against this team
I agree.
with how they are allowed to defend. Like I love it, but let's say like we never seen this. Like the refs are allowing so much, and we love it. Everyone, I think everyone loves it, but it's difficult. This is a huge change from the last couple of over the last decade.
A series I really want to see now is Wolves against the Knicks because of the physicality there, because of the defense there. And the Knicks have started their march towards getting to the conference finals here with a game one win against the Indiana Pacers. Yesterday, you and me, Pips, we discussed the Pacers and how game one against the Bucks, they kind of looked a bit shell-shocked, not prepared for the playoff atmosphere. And we thought that would hit them again at MSG, but they rose up to the occasion, very nearly snatched this one. A couple of foul calls late perhaps cost them an illegal screen that was perhaps a little bit soft, and then a foul on an inbound pass, which basically doesn't give them an opportunity to tie the game. But the Pacers played well here.
Let's just say like that moving screen on Turner. That's terrible call. That's
Horrible
bullshit.
call.
That yeah. If
Ruined
you are
ruined a
calling
very
this,
good game.
if you are ruling this in the playoffs, Draymond Green throughout his entire career is fouled out first half of any game of the playoffs.
And, you were just talking about the physicality it's being allowed, and you're correct. And then a play like that happened where, look, you got to call fouls when they're fouls, and sometimes illegal screens can be a bit soft.
But
And
it wasn't even
yeah,
like
yeah. This was not an illegal screen, but I'm just
yeah,
saying sometimes they just get called because they're soft, but they are an illegal screen. This was not the case. This was a bad call.
yeah. Like there are so many illegal screens happening in every single game. Like at least every single game, I'll say, has at least 15 illegal screens set that are not
Not
called.
called.
And this one wasn't even close. Like it was like 95% not an illegal screen, and they call it. And on the biggest possession of the game
Yeah.
to ruin maybe the entire series. It is. That's and they made like 5 huge mistakes in the last 2 minutes of the game only. And even if you take a back at the game one against the Wolves, when they get the tech to the Edwards for what exactly? Like I hate refs so far. Every game I watch, I see so many mistakes. So maybe they just need to also adjust to this new level of physicality. But if you allow this level of physicality, it's easier to be a ref in the game. Like, I don't know. I'm not. I'm like. I hate to talk about the refs, but so far, like, the only thing that a bit ruined playoff experience this season is refs.
Yeah, definitely. But, despite the officiating kind of ruining this one, the Pacers did play well. What do you think the Pacers are going to do in game 2 to try to adjust, and if they do need to make any adjustments? Because what did they do in game 1 to show up and be successful? And maybe we weren't so expecting that.
Pace. It's difficult to play at the highest this high of a pace for Pacers for the Knicks guys playing 48 minutes. They were sloppy with being tired of a high pace, and I think Pacers should even push further on the pace thing. They need to make this like a run and gun stuff.
A
Where they
marathon.
try, yeah, that's where they try, and tired legs of the Knicks could be the thing there. The when and also the bench, non-existent bench from the non-existent bench from the Knicks, like terrible. The bench were -10 on average from the Knicks, and you can look at the Pacers bench, like they were great. Everyone on the bench:
Shout out
Toppin,
PJ.
Jackson, McConnell, Shepard. Starters terrible. Like, you just look at the Nesmith and Haliburton. Like, Siakam was playing with the second unit, so he was only -4. But yeah, and also TJ McConnell and Haliburton. At this point, I will actually say that I think McConnell is maybe a better player for them.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it's still a health thing for Haliburton? Is he just not healthy enough to, or is it perhaps
He's
part of his game to getting
he
exposed?
he he lost, yeah, kind of, but he lost his first step. Hamstring injuries during the season are like you are never like going to that quick first step that he had, and pace slowing down, and teams just if you are so the thing with his pull up shooting is that he improved there, but he still needs a lot of time to get that shot up. So if you are like physicality allowed, so Hart can be, or that Dante DiVincenzo and OG Anunoby can be close enough, he can't make separation at all. Like, no way he can get separation on his shot against good defensive players in single coverage, or even when they put two on the ball. So yeah, he's kind of for last night he was like maybe fourth best player on the Pacers after Siakam, Turner, and TJ McConnell. Yeah, the only edge he has over the TJ McConnell is his 3-point shooting.
Yep.
And defense, like when McConnell played against Brunson, I think that will be interesting to see. But I think like in 20 minutes against TJ McConnell, Brunson scored like 10 points, and in 20 minutes against anyone else, he scored like 33. TJ McConnell did a great job on offense and on defense, and was probably the best player in game 1.
Interesting. So, I mean, we'll see. McConnell's got to seemingly play more, and Haliburton maybe like a little less. It's been the entire playoffs so far. We just has not really been the level that we saw at the start of the season. So we'll see if that can change. But certainly an impressive and encouraging display for Indiana in game 1, even though they did not get anything out of it. All right, guys, that will do it for today's show. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Reminder, this is our only show until Friday now. Going to be off for the Wednesday and Thursday, so we hope to see you there on Friday. If you did enjoy today, drop a like and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Here are the 2 plays given out from Pips for today's show. First of all, in game 2 for the Pacers and Knicks, it's going to be Haliburton under 18.5 points, Miles Turner 15+ points. We got that +110 at MGM. Opened up right after we went live at +124 at DraftKings if you want to go check over there. Second play is in the Mavericks and Thunder game, -120 for a PJ Washington over 9.5 points and over 3.5 rebound SGP available at BetMGM. Thanks so much again, everybody. We'll see you in a few days. Hopefully, we're recapping a couple of winning bets from today's show as well to continue what has been a great season. We'll see you again very soon.